Darwin's theory of evolution changed everything. His assertion that humans evolved from ancient ancestors in Africa challenged traditional religious beliefs and motivated scientists of many disciplines to begin exploring the theory. It's one thing to claim that humans evolved from African apes. It would be another thing to prove it.
The study of ancient civilizations begins with the study of the world's earliest people and how they adapted to their environment to survive. For more than 75 years, archaeologists and scientists such as Lewis and Mary Leakey, Donald Johanson, and Tim White have worked sites in eastern Africa. There they have found traces of early hominids. Australopithecines are known to have lived 4.5 million to 1 million years ago. They lived in the forest and grasslands of eastern Africa. They ate plants, fruits, and small animals. Their tools were very primitive, and it's believed they did not have language. This was determined by the size of their brains. But what makes Australopithecines important in the study of early humans is the discovery that they walked on two legs. This breakthrough was made with the discovery of Lucy.
In 1974, anthropologist Donald Johanson and his team were working in Ethiopia when they came upon the partial remains of an ancient hominid, a species considered to be part of the family that includes humankind. Because the skeleton had once stood about 3 feet tall, Johanson believed it was that of a young female. He named her Lucy, after the Beatles song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." Despite her fragmented remains, Lucy had remarkable secrets to share about her life.
Oh, wow. Does this fit? No.
At the time of her discovery, the most complete hominid skeleton ever found was less than 100,000 years old. Lucy was an estimated 3.2 million years old. Dr. Ken Mowbray is an anthropologist with the American Museum of Natural History.
Yeah, Lucy really shook up the family tree, so to speak.
Why was she such a big deal?
She was a big deal for many reasons. First of all, her skeleton was 40% complete.
40%, that's complete to you guys?
You know, in fossil terms, that's a lot of fossil bones for an individual. Something even more important that makes her really significant is that we believe that she was bipedal. I have a cast here of the pelvis of Lucy, the left side. The pelvis sits right like this in the human body. It is short and it is broad. If you were to look at a chimpanzee, a gorilla, or an orangutan, their blades are really narrow and really tall. The blade of Lucy, and like ours, extends outwardly. This allows the transference of weight if you were going to walk on two limbs. And so from this pelvis alone, we think that Lucy moved about the landscape as an habitual biped.
Like you and me.
Exactly. She was walking around essentially like us.
Lucy's discovery sparked a debate about whether she could be the long sought-after missing link connecting apes with the first humans. But some anthropologists, like Dr. Mowbray, believe that the missing link is a myth. Now, for a long time, people thought there was a link between chimpanzees and humans. And when I look at chimpanzees and humans, I can see where you'd get that idea, but it's not that simple, right?
Absolutely. Lucy really opened up the world in the late 1970s to have a better understanding that there wasn't this linear progression of evolution, especially with humans, that it was much more diversified. With Lucy and subsequent fossil finds, we really know that this tree of life is much more like a bush. There's a lot of experimentation going on, a lot of dead ends.
About 2.5 million years ago, Homo habilis, or handyman, showed up. Discovered by the Leakeys in 1959 in the Olduvai Gorge of Tanzania, this hominid also walked upright, ate plants, and meat that was hunted. It had a rounder, bigger skull. The nickname handy person was derived from their ability to chip stones to make tools that were used to chop, scrape, and do other simple tasks. Yet another species of hominid, Homo erectus, appeared in Africa around 1.9 million years ago, near Lake Turkana in Kenya. This hominid was larger and stronger than earlier species. It had shorter arms and longer legs. Its brain was much larger too. It's suspected that its larger brain may have allowed it to develop speech, which meant the beginnings of socialization. Flexible hands allowed it to make better tools, such as stone hand axes for chopping and digging roots. Spears were made from wood for hunting. But what set Homo erectus apart was its ability to master and use fire. Fire was used for cooking, warmth, and protection from wild animals. Homo erectus is the first known hominid to migrate and settle outside of Africa when the climate turned colder and drier. This is largely due to its survival skills. 200,000 years ago, modern man came on the scene. Homo sapiens, or wise persons as they were dubbed, had yet larger brains, giving them greater intelligence. Their tools were more sophisticated due to flexible fingers that could handle more things with skill. Needles were made from bone. Stone spear points were attached to wooden spears. They developed technology, improved communication, shared ideas and knowledge which allowed them to plan and organize. They were known to create jewelry, cave paintings, sculpture, and had religious beliefs. Their skills allowed them to find new ways to adapt to their environment. They became hunters and gatherers. Although evidence about early humans is limited, one thing is certain. Increased intelligence in early humans made them able to use a wide range of resources in their surrounding environments. So,
what does it mean to you to be a hominid?
Well, I look at being a hominid in two different ways. Hominids lack the ability to remain bored. There was a group of primates out there that had no ability to just sit there and do nothing. And this, coupled with upright habitual bipedalism, this is what a hominid is to me.
Bipedal and unable to remain bored.
Yeah.
I'm a hominid, doggone it.
Oh, absolutely. We're hominids.
It's a fact of life on Earth. Extinction happens. Eventually, every species goes the way of the ancient dinosaurs. So why are we still here? Well, we're smarter than the competition. We're very well suited to the Earth's environment right now. We've had our share of dumb luck. So far, our species hasn't had to face the catastrophe of a speeding asteroid.